As we sit here right now in Yankees world, the Yankees are a significantly worse baseball team today, December 17th, 2025, than they were at any point in the season last year. They are a worse baseball team. They re-signed Trent Grisham, and that is the big move so far into the offseason. There's no Ime, there's no Murkamoto. Cody Bellinger still hasn't signed yet. Kyle Tucker hasn't signed yet. We've lost Devin Williams. We've lost Luke Weaver. The Yankees, did they mail it in? Has Brian Cashman said, you know what? We're going to use this year as a year to just waste more of Aaron Judge's prime? Garrett Cole still not coming back until May, June. Rodon's not coming back until May, June. Don't know what the deal is with Clark Schmidt. We're starting off with Will Warren and Ryan Yarbrough as the back end of our starting rotation. What is going on? Let's get right into it. I got a few things to get off my chest because while the Boston Red Sox are getting better, while the Baltimore Orioles are getting better, while the Los Angeles Dodgers are getting better, while the Toronto Blue Jays are getting better, the New York Yankees are getting worse. And even if they do re-sign Cody Bellinger, that's not doing anything for me. If they re-sign Cody Bellinger and go out and get Tatsuya Ime, that's still not doing anything for me. This roster needs a lot of changes, and I have yet to see anything that makes me think, oh, they're actually moving in the right direction. Bo Bichette, he's announced to teams that he's willing to move to second base. This came out earlier this morning, 10:43. By 10:45, Jazz Chisholm should have been traded. By 10:45, Jazz Chisholm should have been traded. You move him to short, you move Caballero to second, you keep Caballero or Volpe at short, you move him to second, whatever the case may be. As soon as this was announced, Jazz Chisholm should have been traded. But there's a lot of ways to go about this. We don't want to trade Jazz Chisholm? Fine. I would much rather have Jazz Chisholm be my DH than Stanton at this point. I'm with that. I don't need Jazz Chisholm falling asleep in the field, falling asleep at second base while Vlad Guerrero is rounding third, heading home. I don't need Jazz Chisholm to have some mental errors on the field. Move him to DH. Let him just swing for the fences. Maybe rework his mindset, rework his approach a little bit, so maybe he could be our George Springer. Hitting for some contact here, base hit there, double here, home run there, home run there, home run there. He has some strikeouts along the way because that's just Jazz Chisholm's direction of his swing pattern. But I have no problem moving Jazz Chisholm as a DH spot. If we're not going to trade him, move it to the DH and to continue to field offer. I'm for that. What the Yankees really needed to do this offseason was re-sign Bellinger, re-sign Kyle Tucker, get Tatsuya Ime, bring in Murkamoto from Japan, maybe make a trade for Steven Kwan. Moves needed to be made. Moves have yet to have been made. Trent Grisham's re-signing and Ryan Yarbrough bringing him back were the two big moves. Oh, you hate to see it. Michael King. The Mets and the Yankees are among suitors for Michael King. What's taking so long? What's the holdup? Were the Yankees spend more, I don't care. Spend more, I don't care. It's not my money. It's your money, Hal. And you're making some money. George must be rolling over in his grave, witnessing how cheap this team has become. How analytics have taken over roster decisions for this team. It's gotten embarrassing at this point. We lost Luke Weaver earlier this morning to the New York Mets. Mixed feelings about this. Luke Weaver, prior to his injury in the 2025 season, solid. After injury, fell off a cliff. But if we really look at it, his year and a half, 2024, and the first half of 2025, was an anomaly based on who he's been his entire career. The back half of 25 and the postseason, that was more status quo. That was more on par with the type of performances and outings Luke Weaver has had prior to 2024. So let's just compare that to Trent Grisham, for those of you who might be mad at this. Trent Grisham had one outlier of a season. We go spend big money. We know we're bringing him back. We know he's not going to repeat what he did in the 2025 season. People are mad at that. Well, we need to apply some of that same logic here. Luke Weaver's getting $22 million. Again, it's not my money. I would have bundled up my money and given Devin Williams more than what the Mets offered. Devin Williams, as soon as he settled down, being a Yankee, settled down in the pinstripes, started dealing with the pressure, he performed, and he performed in the postseason. If he wasn't completely awful the first half of the season, mainly the first 2 months, April, May, and some of June, well, we would have won the division. But towards the back end of the season, Devin Williams and Fernando Cruz were the most reliable Yankees coming out of that bullpen. Fernando Cruz and Devin Williams. Oh, but we re-signed Tim Hill. Okay. Following the departure of Luke Weaver, last three closers have all left to sign with the Mets. Weaver, Williams, and Clay Holmes. The Yankees were not part of the bidding war to try to retain Weaver, according to a source. The Mets will now have three former Yankees closers on the roster: Weaver, Devin Williams, and Clay Holmes, who is currently in the Mets rotation. Again, I would have put some money together to try to get Devin Williams coming back. A back end of that rotation, a bullpen that has Fernando Cruz, some Tim Hill action, some Devin Williams action, some Bednar action. I'm for that. Some Camilo Doval action. I'm for that. Instead, this bullpen's looking a little shaky, baby. Let's take a look at that bullpen. Bednar, Doval, Cruz, Bird, Tim Hill. Imagine adding Devin Williams to that group of Bednar, Doval, Cruz, and Devin Williams for a whole season of being an actual Yankee that performs. I'm not mad at Luke Weaver leaving. I'd rather him stay, but if we were going to put our money in somebody, I would have rather put it in Devin Williams personally. The Yankees have made no moves at all. Re-signing Cody Bellinger, we might as well mail the season. We're running the same roster back. We're running the same crew of misfits back. And I know I talk about surrounding Judge with win-now type players, but at the same time, we can try to bring new life into this group if we don't want to make a trade for this guy and make a trade for Quan, make a trade for a Skubal, make a trade for a Riot. If we don't want to do that, bring up Spencer Jones. If you're not going to trade Spencer Jones for Steven Kwan, bring Spencer Jones up then. Let's see what he's got. If you're not going to trade Dominguez for Peralta, bring Dominguez up. Let's see what he's got for a full season. Let's roll with Dominguez, Jones, Judge. Bellinger at first. Rice behind the plate. Bo Bichette at second. Caballero at short. Ryan McMahon at third. I like that lineup a lot better than trotting out Giancarlo Stanton at DH. Put Jazz to DH. That's fine with me. Brian Cashman. Not quite sure what Brian Cashman is up to. Not quite sure what Brian Cashman is thinking. We need people that will get on base, so when they're on base, Aaron Judge can bring them home. I was watching WFAN and I was listening to BT, and he said, you know what? You don't want to make any big splashes for some of the main free agents? Go trade for Skubal. I'm game. I'm game. Go bring in Peralta and just get a line of cannons. Cole, Peralta, Fried, Rodon, Schlittler, Heels, Warren, Schmidt. Just get a whole line of fucking hoses to hose these people down. If we got to give up Will Warren and Luis Hill and Clark Schmidt to go out and get a Tariq Skubal, dude, I would cut off my toe. One of my toes I would cut off to give it to that. So I'm not sure what the Yankees are doing. Again, doesn't quite make sense to me. And nothing Brian Cashman says instills faith. If we did have a whole bunch of starters, the question, if we did have a whole bunch of starters, what good is that if Aaron Boone is going to take them out after 6 innings anyway? That's a valid question. What's the point of trading all of our prospects to go out and get a starting pitcher, the quality of Skubal, the quality of a Peralta, if Aaron Boone isn't even going to let them pitch past the 7th inning? I need answers to that. Now, it's been reported that the Yankees are open-minded to a Jazz Chisholm trade. I'm game with trading Jazz Chisholm if it equals pitching. But I'm also game with keeping Jazz Chisholm if that means we're getting Bo Bichette at second or a better second base, an upgrade at second, and that moves Jazz Chisholm to the DH role. I'm game with that too. But if there's a trade on the desk and they're asking for Jazz Chisholm and that's the only thing that's not letting the trade go through, and it's for a starting quality pitcher, like a top 2 ace, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. You can get out of here. Jazz Chisholm, remember, benched Game 1 against Garrett Crochet in the wild card. If you can't even trust this guy Game 1 in the wild card just because he's iffy against lefties, then what the hell are we doing? Maybe that is a trade that they should look into. Corey Seager. What's the deal with Corey Seager? Are we checking in on Corey Seager? Yankees need to make big moves. And I am thinking that they're not going to make those moves. The Yankees need to make big moves, and I'm thinking that they're not going to make those moves. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, comment, subscribe. It means a lot to me. See you later. Have a good one. Peace.